Hey folks, it's Shannon. I've been taking some time to transition in my work life, and so it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video, but some of my friends were asking me just how many journals do you have anyway? So, real talk, a lot. um, these are all of the physical journals that I'm using currently. I also online write on For the Words, which is an awesome website that I'll link down below. And where else do I keep stuff? I keep my tasks mostly in Todoist and Habitica. I am dabbling in Notion a little bit. I'm dabbling in Obsidian a little bit. So I have stuff squirreled away all over, basically. I am not a one journal to rule them all kind of person. Anyway, let's get into it and see some of what I'm up to. So this first journal is my Grimoire, and this is where things come to be permanent, I guess. It's a lovely leather-bound journal by McTavish Designs, who are in Scotland, and you should check out because they're lovely. They haven't sponsored this. This is just me loving their products. And so in here I have kind of my witchy 101 stuff, and then a bunch of tarot things, a bunch of zodiac stuff, a lot of plans for the future. And then in the back, I have kind of my recipes that I use for things. So this is a work in progress. I don't want to show you a ton of it because most of it's pretty personal. This is my planner. So I use my planner kind of the way you would expect. It's got, you know, future logs up front. It's got kind of day-to-day planning. I've been time tracking at work lately to see if I'm doing things in the right proportions, which is fun. Frequent brain dumps. This is kind of health stuff. This is my cleaning and my my aspirational YouTube planner. And then I just kind of take notes and stuff back here. So it's not the thickest planner in the world. I've actually downsized quite a lot. You can see some of my previous setups on the channel if you look back. But yeah, she's not so chonky, but she works really well for me right now, which is great. Okay. I feel like we're going to do these out of order, but that's okay. We'll just do them in size order. So this is my travel journal. I think we have looked at it a little bit on the channel before. I set it up when I was going to Bali, which was an amazing trip. So I've got a lot of stuff in here that was planning initially, but I also did memory keeping. So while I was there, I journaled and then afterwards stuck in pictures. Leave it at that. But yeah, so that's my travel journal. I'm about to start using it again because I've got some trips coming up in the near future that I'm very excited about and will likely tell you about in retrospect. This is kind of a failed project. It started its days when I was learning the runes. This is just to show how real my planning is. So I had quite a bit of rune stuff in here, and then decided, no, we're going to make a 5-year journal. So basically the idea of a 5-year journal is just to have like a couple sentences about each day for 5 years. And you can see I was doing good for a while. And then this year got hectic. So I may start up again. We'll see. Because there's still many, many years to go in the planned 5 years. This journal is pretty private. It is my Coven Journal. And so in here I record kind of the rituals that we do and the divination that we do together for each other. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. But it's pretty small. It's pretty darling, and it holds a lot of wisdom that I've gotten from my sisters. So now we're getting more into my workhorse journals. So this is my divination journal. I've got it broken down into tarot at the front. This tab is, I believe, Yep. This tab is for woman runes. This tab is for astrology. I'm going to put more rune stuff in here at some point. And this is kind of a note-taking thing. So this isn't where I keep my readings. It's more where some readings are in here, but how to explain the inner workings of my brain is just a fun adventure anyway. But this is more like where I come to learn and take notes about things. So this is kind of a working journal. And then if you've seen this before, this is my Moonwise journal that is in large part inspired by Jessica Starr and all of her amazing membership. If you haven't seen my video about it before, I'll link it down below. But we're currently in the process of transitioning the membership, and she's got a low rate that will be locking it at the end of August. So if you are in any way interested, you should go check it out. But the premise of this journal is that it's kind of following the moon and the way that it influences our lives. So I did a flip through of the front matter that I put together of this journal. And we can go through it again slowly. I pick kind of runes of the year and cards of the year and goddess of the year and kind of some of the numerology and things like that. I'm happy to talk in detail about any of it if people have questions or things that they want to hear about. And then this is kind of the start of how it goes. So we usually have a monthly reflection, a title page, some goals and plans, field notes, and then kind of our weekly work. And mine is just kind of in there as it goes. Sometimes I'll do full moon pages, sometimes I'll do goddess pages about the goddesses that we're working with. Always lots of journaling. Then we do dark moon reflections, and then a release and let go ceremony. And then we're back around to monthly reflections. So I've been doing pretty well with this. So yeah, I'd say things are getting chonky. I might show you a flip through eventually when I'm done with it. Currently we're in Leo month, and I'm really excited how this spread turned out. I think it's gorgeous. Yeah, plenty of room to go. Washi graveyard at the back. That is my Moonwise journal. This is kind of the bulk of my spiritual journaling. And then this is kind of a catch-all in some ways. This is my creativity journal. I didn't think that I wanted to have just a reading journal. So this is also like video games I'm playing and thoughts I'm having. And let's move this so that we don't make too much of a mess there. Is that better to see now? Yeah. So kind of just sketchy lists of things, new ideas, some of the work that I did with G at Book Roast, History of Aldea, and her spring equinox and April equinox in Aurelium. Yeah, so it's just kind of random stuff. This was for Aurelium in the spring. But it's really just kind of for general creativity and thinking. So these are some of the things I sketched out for other stuff. This was work stuff, honestly. Here's when I was learning Ogham. I'm still learning Ogham. Ogham are tricky. Yeah. Kind of. everything and anything goes in here. So it's kind of like a scratch grimoire is what I used to call them, but right now I'm calling it a creativity journal. And I just realized I have one more. One sec. So this is the journal that actually sparked off what people were asking about. This is my solar journal. And this was an idea that, again, Jessica at the Moon gave me. We were talking about my birth chart and the fact that my sun is in a bit of a tricky position. And so working with my sun will really support the rest of my life and growth. And so she suggested starting a journal. And so I did. And it's basically for all things solar. This spread may look familiar if you are following Tempest. If you're not, go fix that. Tempest Temple has some amazing stuff in it. This is kind of a Wheel of the Year spread. Yeah, it incorporates my astrological chart and the Wheel of the Year and kind of these names for the seasons that I've come up with. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Again, let me know if there's anything that you want to dive into deeper. Just some lists of solar allies, my solar return, and a Deccan wheel. If you don't know what any of these things are, let me know and I can talk about them more or answer you in the comments for sure. But then I've just been kind of tracking the way that the sun has been moving through the sky and through my natal chart and reflecting every so often. As well as sometimes expanding on some of those allies I was talking about at the beginning. This was some work that I did in a circle. My llama spread, I think, or maybe it was, no, this was summer solstice spread. Yeah, so they're all works in progress, but I've finished way more journals lately than I thought I would ever finish. So I'm not restricting myself to one place. I'm clearly not restricting myself to one place. I have all of these different journals because my brain likes to bounce around, I guess, and kind of write certain things in different places. I found that if I was trying to keep it all in one place, it feels very messy and like cluttered and confusing to me, which I think is not the case for a lot of people, but there you go. Yeah, so that's just a quick flip through of some of my journals. I hope this was interesting. If you have anything else that you'd want to know about my journals, let me know below and I'd be happy to walk you through them. This is just what I'm using now in 2024. I have other things that I've used in the past, and I guess soon it's going to be time to start thinking about 2025, which is just mind-blowing to me. But yeah, like I said, I hope this was interesting. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.